Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, all beds are on sale during our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe, plus free delivery on any mattress. Ends Monday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Out here, game got away from us early and got further away as the game went on. So just one of those nights we'll wash it off and come back tomorrow. Grant's been throwing the ball so well. He had a tough night tonight, but yeah, he hasn't had many of those. He's been really good, really competitive for us, but it's a tough night all around.
Is it, obviously when a guy has a tough night like this, and he's been in a position to, people have said, should he go to the bullpen? Do you expect him to make a start again in 5 days or so?
Yeah. No, he's, like I said, he's been throwing the ball really well. Everyone's going to have a clunker every now and again. So, and nobody's immune to that. So, no, Grant will be all right.
How does your bullpen look for tomorrow? Will you have to make some moves tomorrow?
We haven't talked about anything like that yet, but it's always a possibility. We're all day to day.
This is kind of like when we were asking you about Smith Shawver before the game. You said we got to see what our rotation and our bullpen looks like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, things change every day. So that's you got to wait to see what happens. See what kind of shape our bullpen's in, what kind of shape our rotation's in, and all those things. And like I said, that changes every day.
What are the challenges that a contact-driven team like the D-backs pose to you guys? Like just kind of how is it like preparing against that type of style?
Well, they make you earn every out. I'll say that. There's a lot of foul balls, a lot of 3-ball counts, a lot of contact. So you got to earn it. But Sale did a nice job and I think punched out 8 or 9 yesterday. But still, they made him work and made him earn those outs, and I think that's been their identity for a while. They had to run the bases, and they're playing really good defense. They're playing really well right now. They're throwing some good pitching at us. But yeah, as far as the challenges of a contact team, it's probably getting that third strike, putting hitters away. I think that's where Grant struggled tonight.
What differences did you see from Grant tonight versus the last few outings?
Just stuff wasn't quite as sharp. But like I said, he's throwing the ball really well for us. Just one of those nights, man. For everybody, really.
I think back in late July, you guys lost 2 out of 3. But even on an 8-game winning streak, does that give you confidence going forward to know that, hey, tomorrow can start the next 8 or 9 games winning streak?
Yeah, of course. We've had to deal with that, and every team does several times over the course of the season. So, and these guys turn the page really well. They'll come out tomorrow and they'll be ready to play.
One more Smith Shawver question. You said you got to see how the bullpen looks. Could he come up and be a reliever instead of a starter?
I think that's an option. Again, we haven't had those discussions in depth. So that's an option. Again, if you're going to pop a guy in for a start, you're going to go shorthanded that day. So that's what I mean. We got to see. In order to do that, our bullpen's got to be in pretty good shape.
And kind of on that note too, like you understand what we were asking about with Grant when it comes to the rotation versus the bullpen. Is it really as simple as he's just more valuable in the rotation than he is in the bullpen for you?
Yeah, I think he's done a nice job as a starter for us. I think the fact that he's pitched out of the bullpen before, and so people think that's a natural move or whatever. But he's been a really good starter for us for a while now.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, all beds are on sale during our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe, plus free delivery on any mattress. Ends Monday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.